Hey guys, welcome back to this review, and man, I really enjoyed episode 62. I did not expect Blood Shepherd. He just basically surpasses most of my expectations. We see Playmaker about to duel the two bounty hunters that Go Onizuka takes care of or are with them, and we see Akira also say that Blood Shepherd made this trap, and he's impressed. And he also quotes that I doubt Blood Shepherd would count us as allies, which is pretty much true. Blood Shepherd is probably a loner wolf, basically. Not a wolf, a loner dog or something. Just works by himself. Anyways, we see Playmaker about to duel the bounty hunters, but before then, I uses the data storm to chase one out of the duel zone and force him to log out. And I understand the reason why, because Battle Royale is impossible in the new Link Master Rule 4 format, as there's 2 Link Monster Zones and no players can really share them. That's why it's so... I like this format, but at the same time I don't like it, because we can't do tag duels anymore with Master Rule 4. But I'm glad at least the fodder, apparently they are fodder, come on, let's be honest, are getting duels. I thought they would never get duels and it would be treated as fodder, but at least they are getting duels. That's all I could ask for, actually. So, Kenmochi and Playmaker started dueling, while Blood Shepherd is looking through his old burns there. And also, one of my main disappointments in this show, and is that Kenmochi uses Go Onizuka's past deck. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're kind of making Go Onizuka less of an important character and degrading him a bit, because you're handing down his own champion deck to a fodder that we'll probably never even remember after this duel. But hopefully the fodder does something else. But as a Goki player, as a pure Goki player, I am glad to see new Gokis. I am glad to see Gokis back in the anime again. And I'm glad that they're getting more support. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm really mixed feelings. But we see a new Link 3, Goki the Blade Ogre, and hopefully this card would be really good for Gokis, I don't know. We see that Blood Shepherd is erasing Soulburner's memories. Or not memories, actually. He's just breaking the orbs just for fun, I guess, because it has no effect on Soulburner whatsoever. And so we see him, so I guess each time he destroys the memories, he absorbs the memories inside him. Blood Shepherd, I mean. So Blood Shepherd knows that despair of the dark is Soulburner's greatest fear and trauma, and the source of his PTSD. So we see Soulburner and Blood Shepherd duel, finally. And then also, the most important thing in this episode, and the interesting thing, is that no one can see what's going on in the orb. And it's stated that it's built using a high-level program, so we can't access it. And Akira notes that Blood Shepherd decoded the Ignis algorithm, which means that his intellect rivals Dr. Kogami's. So we saw Blood Shepherd only have high school level of education, no college, so he can support his mother, I'm pretty sure. But we see that Blood Shepherd is a high intellectual character and a very formidable foe. And I'm wondering if he will be the next Dr. Kogami for Soul Tech or somehow. I don't know. I'm having this. So we see Emma's bug, Ladybug, so that Emma can access the duel. But funny thing is, Blood Shepherd noticed that and shoots it down. And I laughed at that scene, and I really liked it. It just shows that Blood Shepherd, aside from the loss of Playmaker, which I can't blame him, he has no openings almost. He has everything figured out. He's this really intellectual character. He does his job well. It's just too bad that the Ignis holders will never lose. So I went through this duel having no to low expectations about the duel, but I'm glad I can have some expectations because it shows more of Blood Shepherd as a character, more of his motivations, and what people say what he is. So we see the AI, Blood Shepherd's AI, talk for him, And then it shows that Blood Shepherd is using his AI to trick Soulburner, as when Soulburner states that when he's annoyed that Blood Shepherd uses his AI to do the talking for him, but when Soulburner attacks, Blood Shepherd uses his third effect, to which the AI did not explain at all. And Soulburner is very confused about how the AI did not explain. And then Blood Shepherd does his famous quote about why I made the AI lie, I made the AI not tell you that part. AI are only tools for us humans to use. And by the way, Soulburner has a link to Salamangreat finally, and more Salamangreat monsters, so I'm really hyped to run that deck someday. Anyway, we see more of Blood Shepherd's deck, the drone deck, and I guess it's just interesting. And then it's just really cool to see Blood Shepherd like stick to his beliefs a lot. He detests people who trust AI, and he talks about, "You will never understand the pain of my right arm." So he really detests people of AI. He probably sees them inside him, his own naive self trusting the AI, or that's what I assume it is. That's why he hates the people who trust AI so much. Anyway, we see Salamangreat, Soulburner, reincarnation link summon again to activate Salamangreat's effect to return 2 of Blood Shepherd's magic and trap cards. And this is really interesting because he talks about how he won't lose again, but come on, let's be honest. Ignis holders will never lose, and this preview showed that it'll be a redemption or reincarnation for Soulburner to move forward and brush away his past, reincarnate herself. But anyways, Blood Shepherd summons Despair of the Dark finally, and man, it was a really good animation. Okay, can I talk about the animation of this episode? The animation of this episode is so much better than the previous 2 episodes. So I'm glad they're trying to make this a good thing, and the animation is a bit better, because I was getting a bit annoyed with the animation of these past 2 episodes. Anyways, we cut back to Playmaker and Kenmochi dueling, and Kenmochi really irritates me. It's just that, why is he a bounty hunter? Why? He as a player, he only focuses on the attack points. He's like, oh my god, Playmaker summoned 2 high attack monsters. Oh my god, I'm surprised, but you'll never beat my great 3000 attack beater. But I just feel like that was a bit annoying. Anyways, we finally see Playmaker use the cards from the new structure deck, Codebreaker. So I'm glad that he's finally using the Cyrus monsters that were never shown in the anime, just for that animation. So it's nice. Anyways, it's really interesting how Playmaker wins in this one, because he actually wins using logic, not trying to beat the 3000 beater, but using actually skill and precision, and more of like just winning in general. It just feels he goes for straight logic. Destroy the monster which has the lowest attack and pierce damage them, and use the magic card. And can we talk about the magic card, the Cyber's Annihilation or something? That card was a throwback to episode 5 where Playmaker used it against Go Onizuka's Great Ogre. So it was a nice throwback, a nice tribute for him versing against the Gokis to use that same magic card to beat the Goki user. But still, I feel like it was okay. I liked it. It was better than having an off-screen duel and Kenmochi losing. It was much better than that. It's much better than that. But it kind of infuriates me how Kenmochi is just a fodder that we will never probably remember. It just saddens me, but I mean, at least it's better. At least it's better than him getting an off-screen loss. So anyway, we see Kusanagi trying to decode this program, and of course it's going to be hard because it's an Ignis program that is using a special algorithm only Kogami used. So it's really amazing that Blood Shepherd, they're actually hyping about how Blood Shepherd rivals Kogami's intellect and stuff like that. And Kusanagi's resolve to save Soulburner even with this hard task at hand. And I'm glad they're talking about the algorithm and the hacking. And then we finally see the other fodder, and Playmaker's about to duel him, which I'm really happy. We get to see more Gokis probably, because I'm assuming that this guy will use Gokis as well. Anyways, we cut back to Soulburner being traumatized by Despair of Dark, and Blood Shepherd is laughing. He's like, I knew it, I was right. So Blood Shepherd really does live up to his name. He's a competent, yeah, you can call him a villain. But he's more than a villain. I think he's a competent anti-hero who tries to get the job done. It's just a shame that the plot already tells us what's gonna really happen. Blood Shepherd is a really good character, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the plot, there's nothing to shake up the plot, and Blood Shepherd can't really save the plot being from too predictable. And I really like how he amplifies his traumas by using the drones to imitate Despair of the Dark. So there's 3 Despair of the Dark towering against Soulburner, and this whole point of this duel is to win, and he's doing anything to win, even if it's any dirty methods. And I really like that. I really like that Blood Shepherd is trying to win 100% with no half-heartedness. And like he says, I'll do anything to fulfill my goal, and he tries his best to fulfill that. And this line, I'll bury you in dark despair, using Despair of the Dark, nice line, nice. It's a good line. And honestly, seeing Soulburner really traumatized somehow just really makes me hope how Vrains will just develop more of the dark tone of this series. I really like the animation and how Soulburner sounds. Oh my god, that makes me sound like a total creep. I just like the dark elements. Sorry, I'm too edgy, I guess. But anyways, this episode was really good. And now, let's go on to the preview. So, it shows that Blood Shepherd makes a cruel decision. It's time to end this prey. And we see the animation. Okay, the animation looks really good, but I really do not... Okay, let me gripe a little about it. It's just a minor gripe. I don't like how Despair of the Dark just uses his fingers to summon lightning to destroy Soulburner's monsters. I feel like it's just... I know the animation and low budget and stuff like that, but I really wish just more symbolization on how Despair of the Dark destroys Soulburner's monster. It drags them down into despair or something like that to more symbolize Soulburner's fear. But we also see Soulburner doing that. Oh god, he's back. The Insector Haga reject. But this whole episode and the next episode title is Reincarnating Flame, so it already sets up for Soulburner to have a miraculous win and a new reincarnated self that he can finally let his past be buried, finally. But it's already predictable that this would kind of happen, and we see Blood Shepherd losing again. We already see Blood Shepherd as a competent character, but him losing again is it's just infuriating. And I feel like I know Vrains is trying to make the characters good and relatable, but if you're making it a bit predictable and the animation a bit, there's a lot more minus than more good you're trying to do. I know I'm being really negative, but I really want to like Vrains. I just wish it was a bit more like unpredictable. I wish I was surprised. I really wish that, but I guess I can't really be too unhappy and ungrateful because there are good moments I saw in this episode, and I'll continue to be more positive in this episode. And I thought this arc ended, this whole arc about Soulburner and Playmaker trying to search for Roman and stuff like that, but I guess this whole arc continues, and I really hope this arc ends pretty soon and to that unpredictable moments, because at this point there's no no unpredictable factor for people to really be invested in this show, unless you're a hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh fan who would probably watch any Yu-Gi-Oh show until you're dead. But anyways, this is it for me. Hope to talk to you guys down below, and I'll see you guys next time.